On March 10, 1843, in the town of Garganta La Olla, province of Cáceres, in western Spain, a newborn child was christened Meliton González Trejo. Favored by his noble ancestry, Meliton Trejo received a liberal education and graduated from a military academy. He subsequently received his doctorate from the University of Bordeaux. His superior preparation and education gave him a great deal of prestige among his companions. But more important than this was the fact that these opportunities helped to prepare him for accomplishing, later in his life, an important work for the Lord. Throughout his early life, Meliton thought seriously about religion, but in his investigations and reading he found nothing to satisfy his religious desires. One day he heard one of his companions mention a group of saints in the Rocky Mountains who had been led there by a prophet of God. Meliton, suddenly filled with an intense desire to see these people, requested permission from the Queen to accompany a military expedition to the Philippine Islands, which then belonged to Spain. He hoped that this would give him the opportunity of visiting the United States and especially Salt Lake City. In fervent prayer, he asked the Lord to help him in his investigation of the truth. That night, Meliton had a dream that left him completely satisfied, but the details of which he apparently revealed during the course of his life only to one other man, Brigham Young. Landing in San Francisco on July 4, 1874, he immediately left for Salt Lake City. At last Meliton had found the pearl he had been seeking so long. A man by the name of Brother Blanchard taught Meliton the restored gospel and introduced him to Brigham Young and other church leaders. Brother Trejo related the story of his life and his sacred dream to Brigham Young and told him that his most fervent desire was to translate the Book of Mormon into Spanish and to take the gospel to his people. His desire was about to be fulfilled. Earlier that year, another convert, Daniel Webster Jones, who had spent some time in Mexico and had learned the Spanish language, had been asked by Brigham Young to prepare and publish extracts from the Book of Mormon in Spanish to be used in missionary work. Jones and Trejo joined forces and together prepared a publication entitled Trozos Selectos del Libro de Mormon, or Selected Portions from the Book of Mormon, which was printed in 1875. In 1883, Elder Moses Thatcher of the Council of the 12, who had been given the responsibility of overseeing the translating and printing of the complete Book of Mormon into Spanish, called Trejo and James Z. Stewart to perform this labor. In 1886, the first edition of the Book of Mormon in Spanish was printed in Salt Lake City. This work, quietly accomplished, has been of great importance because it has enabled countless thousands of Spanish-speaking people to study the gospel in their own tongue.